Hello everybody, I'm back with another video for you today, and it's Leader Spotlight time. The expansion is dropping in only a few days now, so I imagine we're going to be getting constant leaks. The Leader Spotlights are going to be showing, hopefully, all of the new leaders for all the factions. Today we have the Scoia'tael leader that has been shown. I will, of course, be watching the Spotlight, and I'll give some impressions, some thoughts on this leader, whether it will be good, how cool it is, that sort of thing. So let's just jump right into it, shall we?
Though the elder races often disagree, they have one thing in common, one thing they share. Reverence for the Eternal One, and the grace that pours from her.
Méadbh, okay. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which I'm probably not. Bloody hell, that music is loud as well. I probably should have turned that down a little bit. Whatever. So this is the Scoia'tael leader. She has an order effect of play a Scoia'tael card from your deck with 0 provision cost or less. This value is raised by 1 for every unique primary category among Scoia'tael cards in your starting deck. Okay, pretty interesting ability. So, working kind of similar to the Harmony tag, right, in that the more different types of races that you're playing, you know, dwarves, elves, dryads, gnome with Barnabas, right? The more of those you have, the stronger this will be, or the higher, the more flexibility you'll have with it. And it starts with 0, so, gosh, analysing this is pretty hard. What do you need to actually have in your deck to get good value from this? Well, you're going to need at least maybe, I don't know, 7, 8 different categories of Scoia'tael units, right, to really find the value, I guess, from this, unless you're happy to take a pretty low provision cost card. Interesting stuff. Now, what I will say is most of these leaders that sort of play a card from your deck thin out, things like Calvite, right, that we already have for Nilfgaard, they just tend not to be very good, because in Gwent at the moment, you're thinning quite a bit, you have a lot of mulligans as well, and that means you get a lot of your good cards already. You don't necessarily need to thin more with your leader. Often the cards that are left at the end of the game in your deck are pretty bad, because you've done thinning, you've mulliganed for your good cards, and so if you want to save your leader for round 3, which you usually do if they're a powerful one-turn effect, time effect leader, like this one, if you're wanting to save them for later, your cards in deck aren't as good, and so the effect usually isn't as powerful as some other leaders. Usually means you don't want to run this kind of thinning at the moment, but could be interesting if there's less thinning in the game or whatever. I don't see it being the case because, well, there's more thinning cards being introduced, right? And these kind of leaders already aren't very good, but maybe there's some kind of game-breaking combos you could do potentially with, I don't know, pulling out movement synergy cards, or, I don't know, dryads and then harmonize and all that. I mean, if you're going to be running this leader, you're definitely going to be running harmony effects and sort of, you know, races and categories that are going to work with that. Will it be achievable? That is the question. I don't know. I honestly don't know. My gut instinct would say this probably won't be a very powerful leader, but, well, what's the provision cost? Do we get to find that out? I don't know. Maybe not. Barnabas, the gnome. So I don't think the provision cost has been shown there. Crikey, there's a bit more here. Crimson Curse, okay. So yeah, I don't think they show the provision cost. I actually don't know the provision cost off the top of my head, and clearly hasn't been shown, so either way, would need quite a high provision count, I imagine, to see play, you know, competitively. Doesn't mean it won't be good. You know, just to make some kind of harmony stuff work, could be quite fun. The one way I see this working is maybe doing some crazy early game combo that just like pushes the opponent out of the round, and then you're able to win like a long round with some kind of, you know, janky strategy like artifacts or Ragnarok or whatever. I could see that maybe being viable. if you use this in a similar way to like Henselt, some people are doing that. They're playing Henselt round 1 so they can easily take round 1 and win the long round 3 or whatever. If you can do that with this, then maybe that's viable, but I don't see it being very good in any other way, unless there's something I'm missing in terms of that. And the deck building cost is pretty big, I imagine. It might be the case that you don't want to play stuff like Barnabas, you don't want to play Dryads, maybe. You know, maybe, I mean, I guess you're going to play like a couple, because there's some pretty good Harmony cards, some pretty good Dryads. But maybe you don't want to throw all of the different categories in. I'm not sure how easy it will be. I guess we could break this down a little bit more. We've got the Dragon with Census, we've got the Dryads, we've got humans, I guess. Yeah, there's humans, that's 3. We've got Dwarves, Elves, Dryads. Did I say Dryads? I don't think so. Gnome. So there's at least 7. I think there's more. I guess we're getting like Treants as well with the Great Oak and all those cards. So probably 8 or 9. I want to say 8 or 9 categories should be doable, actually. Will it be good, though? Well, you're going to be able to pull a pretty decent card out, but often that card's going to be not in the deck at the end of the game anyway. But we'll see. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm imagining it being, especially if you're pushing that round 1 like you would do with Hensel. But anyway, I guess that's pretty much my impressions of it. Probably won't be very good. But it's a cool kind of deck building cost leader. We don't really have any of those at the moment, apart from, I guess, Ardell, if you count that, which you probably should. But yeah, pretty cool. Don't think it will be particularly strong, though, but we'll have to wait and see what the provision cost is, unless I've missed that somehow. Either way, let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited to see all of the leaders and all the spotlights for them coming in the coming days. And of course, the expansion in just a few short days, we'll be able to build a lot of decks and experiment a lot with all the new cards. Should be really, really fun. So hit that subscribe button, of course, if you would like to see more of my impressions. I'll probably do a top 5 Crimson Cursed cards that have been revealed or something like that as well in the coming days. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.